Bitterroot is a story published by Image Comics. It's about a family of monster hunters, the Singari family, who specifically hunt the Genu, humans consumed by the demonic nature of hatred that turned them into monstrous creatures. It's a great allegory for what the true nature of hatred and bigotry is like. The story, mostly in issue 1, focuses on the three cousins. Berg, the strongman, who I could tell is a very skilled fighter, especially when we get to the point in the comic where we see him deflect bullets that these cops shot at him. But he also loves messing around, watching Colin struggle against the Genu. Colin is the one that acts more cowardly in this group. He's out trying to prove himself capable of hunting down these creatures, but unfortunately struggles to get the Genu into its cage. This being the reason why I think Blink, the third cousin, is frustrated that she's not allowed to go out there and also be a monster hunter. Instead, she's stuck with her grandma, whipping up a cure for these creatures. The only reason why Ma Eta is keeping Blink close to her is because, unfortunately, Blink's mother died being out there as a monster hunter. Although Blink understands her reasoning, Blink definitely shows that she is capable of being out there, more capable than Colin. She straight up knocked out the Genu that Colin was supposed to keep in the cage. Later, at St. Nicholas Park in Harlem, it's where we see these two cops just walking through before they see Berg and Colin just carrying the cured bodies of the ones that were infected with Genu, possibly to a hospital. These two cops are very suspicious about the Singari cousins, so they pulled out their guns and are not letting the Singaris explain themselves. Right before the cops can arrest them though, this giant Genu appears right behind them. Berg tries to warn them, but these cops are too stupid to take that as a warning and heard it like it was a threat. This is where we get that cool scene, which I talked about earlier, where Berg deflects bullets using his staff. The sound of the gunshots, though, startled the Genu, so it killed the cops. Colin, scared for his life, wishes that another member of his family was there to help him. That member being someone named Ford, who is in Mississippi saving someone from white supremacists. So far, I enjoyed reading this issue of Bitterroot. I'm so intrigued to want to learn more about the Singari family and the lore behind the Genu. I want to know, how is it that these people got infected with something that turns hatred into something a lot worse? When I first heard of this story, I've heard so many people say that this comic has a similar story to Sinners, the film directed by Ryan Coogler. So far, I don't really see the similarities, besides maybe a couple things. The thing is, all of the characters in Sinners are not monster hunters. They were more victims of a vampire attack. There was really only one person who knew how to handle the vampire threat. That person being Annie, who was Smoke's wife. I think, if anything, the only other comparison you can make between Sinners and Bitterroot is how they use these monsters as an allegory to tell a meaningful story on a more real and more evil thing such as segregation and racism. Anyways, despite this comic not being too similar from Sinners, I do recommend this book to anyone who's a fan of that film. As of this recording, there's only been 3 volumes of this book series that's been released. And I definitely recommend that you pick that up, because now I'm intrigued to pick all of those up, just so I could get the full story. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the Cosmic Reader, hit the notification bell so that you can be notified for whenever I upload my next video. Hit the like button and share this video all over any kind of social media.